You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Marion's Path. So, the last place we left off, Marion was doing her best impression of a coat hanger while Alana starts, nosing through their house. So anyway, guys, please sit back and enjoy while I entertain you for the next 18 minutes, and let's jump right in. Alarm chime, you're up, and let's go. Alright, here we go. The coat rack follows closely behind her. Under all the jackets, Marion shuffles as slowly as a tank rolling into battle. No one picks on McLeod Woman's housekeeping skills.
I notice a few of your pictures are chipped. You may want to replace those.
Uh-oh. Marion creeps closer to Alana, keeping mum, dropping the coats and balling her fists.
Those belong to Mother, Miss Alana. I don't believe any market replacements would be better. Yes, but unsightly goods can make for an unsightly home.
She's going to fucking kill you. Marion buckles down, head forward as if ready to charge. The tea kettle whistles. Grace screams.
Marion, no!
Alana whips around just in time to come face to face with a very angered, horned woman. I take the kettle off the stove. Ladies, how about some tea? Wow, that's one way of doing that. Alana takes the surprise well.
I was very sorry to hear about Jessie. I wanted to make sure you girls were alright, especially you, Marion.
Our old schoolteacher's voice is gentle and disarming. If she's angry about our deception, it does not show. It almost feels as if we are back at school, awaiting the next lesson. After everything, the odd visits, the cryptic warnings, the uncomfortable probes, here, now, Alana gives off that unspoken motherly energy full of warmth and safety. Like she is still watching over us after all those years. She gets close to Marion and takes her hand. Marion obliges as if in a trance. Finally, they stand, looking into each other's eyes. With Marion's hand in hers, Alana slides her thumb over and along the hard ridges of Marion's former fingers. Marion whimpers. Alana lets her hand go. Tears stream down Marion's face, leaving white streaks where the remains of her makeup is washed away. Oh my god. Oh, adorable! In a flash, Marion is gathered up in Alana's embrace and lets herself collapse into her teacher's bosom. Her cries grow louder at first and soften to sniffles. I try to keep my head down, as my stomach hurts seeing Marion so upset, so helpless. Every time I look up, I see Alana's kindness and Marion's sadness. Both disquiet me very deeply. Oh, goodness, that's too sad. As Marion's tears subside, Alana guides her to the bathroom, becoming quite tender in tone and action. She comforts Marion in ways I've not seen since I was a young student. It could be well that Alana was the closest thing the McLeod children ever had to a mother. And what a mother to have. A gift. A curse. I think of the many times over I've heard whispers of Alana's sorcery and magic, of her insistence that I avoid the McLeod sisters, and my naivete in assuming she was acting like a mad bat. That perhaps there was something to her warnings doesn't excuse her behavior. Still, I'm thankful that Alana has been nothing but kind to the lasses. Well, today's been a bit rage, hasn't it? To say the day's had its ups and downs is an understatement. Grace broods, her sister turning into a cow, neighbors traipsing in and out of her home. I can't imagine what Grace must be going through, how her world could become more turned upside down. A bit nippy in here, don't you think? Should I light us a fire?
Aye, of course. Make yourself at home.
Her eye roll is so exaggerated, it's practically audible. I'm not all that cold, really, but I leap at the excuse to busy myself. A friendly fire is dancing in the hearth by the time the women emerge together, Marion's face clean and Alana's arms still around her.
Now then, how about those drinks?
I take Marion from Alana and hold her in my arms by the fire, pulling her close as we listen to the kettle clank, then water boil. Grace sits on the other side of Marion, placing the blankets around her once again, rubbing her back gently but staying silent. The rattle of teetering cups has us all raising our heads. Alana settles down the tea tray and gives the first cup to Marion. The scent is heady like spices from the Far East.
It's an herbal blend. It will settle you.
Marion nods and sips. A smile appears across her face. It looks so forced that is unsettling.
Thank you, Miss Alana. It tastes wonderful.
Marion's voice shakes, as if fresh tears are about to pour out. Her bottom lip trembles as she swallows, and her hands shake almost uncontrollably. I notice she struggles to hold the teacup upright in her hoof, so I balance the bottom of my palm as she drinks, taking it from her to set it down once she has finished the entire cup. Grace also drinks her tea quickly, and I wonder what blend Alana has brewed. I hesitate in trying it myself, but it seems to work wonders, as both sisters relax and appear more alert and focused.
Malcolm, why don't you have a taste?
I'm not one to ignore my own concerns, but Alana's undying state of authority has me following her command like the well-trained soldier I am. I take a cautious sip, and am relieved to find it tastes like tea. No suspicious or undue feeling sweeps over me, so I take another sip, and proceed to empty the cup. Sometimes I wonder if the mystery surrounding Alana is her candor, her unwillingness to be anything but frank. There's no small talk with her. No sign of enjoying the pleasure of just being. The tea leaves me feeling calm, patient, and relaxed. I don't fight it, as the tranquility is so welcome. Alana stands as if at an invisible lectern, a stance perfected over many years of teaching. I've no doubt, if only she had all the answers, like she did in our school years. I peer at the thoughtful eyes behind those glasses. Might she? It seems my peers wonder the same thing. All at once an invisible dam breaks, releasing a torrent of questions.
What's wrong with me? Can you help me? What is it? Can you change her back? Make her human again? Am I safe? When will it go away?
I join in. How will she live like this? Whatever this is, can it be reversed?
Alana, can you save me? Please tell me you can save me.
We go silent, and hear only the faint ticking of the clock on the wall. Alana looks to me and adjusts her glasses before she replies.
I will try my best to answer all of your questions, but I don't know everything. You've seen this before, haven't you? First, I have a question. Marion, when did all of this begin? Just a few weeks ago, I think. I noticed it first in my back, then...
Marion points to the horns. Alana seems less shocked than disappointed.
Yes, I see.
Alana folds her hands, taking on a tone I've not heard since days of chalkboards and arithmetic. Authoritative but friendly, as if she's the expert and we're to instinctively accept it. Can we? Can I? I want to. At this point, I would feel a sense of relief if only to know this burden is finally out of our hands.
I'm never quite sure how to avoid being direct and blunt, and I don't believe this is a situation in which to make an attempt, so let me be concise and clear. Marion, I know the question that is foremost in your mind, the one you did not ask. The answer is no. You will never become a cow. You'll never lose your mind, or your kind soul.
Marion does not look relieved, only more confused.
How do you know that? How can you possibly know that? What am I? What is this?
Alana stiffens and replies in her patented fashion.
You are special, a creature of note.
I hear Grace snort.
Oh, she's a creature, all right.
Grace, stop it! I continue, overwhelmed with impatience and frustration. Alana, that means nothing. Tell us what you may know about this. Have you seen it before?
I have. And I'll get better? It will go away, right? Please tell me just that.
Uh-oh.
Marion, have you heard the word puka before? Or changeling?
Hearing the word strikes fear into my chest. The weird and gruesome stories spun in Baird's compendium. Is Alana saying they are true? Marion looks shaken.
Like, in the fairy tales?
Alana's face brightens and relaxes.
Yes, just like that. A human form with animal features. Exchanged for a real child. Yes, that's right. Is that what I am? Yes, you are. I'm not...
Marion starts weeping again, and leans into me, I rub her shoulder.
I'm not real. Oh, no, dear. Marion, you're very, very true and real.
Marion's look reveals layers of fear.
Does my father know? Wait. Was our mother Fae? Is our family magic? What will I turn into?
Grace leans forward, as if grasping that this may involve her too.
I don't know if your father is aware. I wouldn't believe so. And no, Grace, your mother never possessed this gift. This is very uncommon, a near impossibility. A bit of a miracle, even. A miracle? It's a nightmare!
Alana appears unconvinced.
Is it? Are you in pain? Uncomfortable? Are you unhappy? Or are you simply fearful? Fear isn't simple, Alana. Grace, let Marion answer. I need to know.
Marion shifts under the blankets and begins examining her hands.
I have hoofs for hands. Of course that frightens me. But no, I am not in pain. I'm in fear every day, fearful that someone will see me like this, mock me, humiliate me. That fear makes me unhappy, yes. But you're uncomfortable. But you're comfortable, aren't you? I don't know how, but I am. I feel like this is your true nature.
Marion nods slowly.
I've been too embarrassed to admit that.
My heart sinks. Hearing Marion not only has been not only concealing her feelings from me, but also that she may feel better this way. How will any of us adjust?
Alana, explain how you know this to be true. Am I going to become a cow? Well, what about Jessie, so far away now? She can't live like this in the city. She'll be eaten alive, quite literally. I've known for some time about Marion. I sense changes. I can't tell you how. It's a blessing and a curse, my ability to perceive the truth. But no, Grace, I don't think you or Jessie have anything to worry about.
I want to challenge Alana as well, ask her more questions, but I still need to start digesting the answers we receive. Why do we trust her? How does it all seem so harmless, listening to her and believing her?
So I've always been like this? This is me?
Marion's face drops again, and I fear that more tears are to follow.
This is unbelievable. I've been lied to my whole life. Alana, I don't know who I am.
No, Marion.
No one has lied to you. You are you. Your life is real, as are you. And your body. Your family cares deeply for you, as do I. And Marion?
Think about a lot what Alana is saying. Her definition of truth and honesty seems not to include lies by omission, which apparently is the treatment Marion has received her entire life by this woman, her so-called protector.
And here is now. It is also real, tangible. Don't lose sight of everything pure and tragic in your world because of change, no matter how drastic.
Excuse me.
Just because the story of your beginning, of how you came to be, is not what you remember, do not let this knowledge impact your future. Never should our past define our presence.
Alana sounds as if she's trying to convince herself of the same thing. She catches Marion's eye and directs Marion's gaze towards me. I blush, but hold eye contact with Marion, but to assure her I am real, and here for her, always, just as promised. At the same time, I want to scream out in rage, to demand that the magic is not real, and hasn't ever been. Fairy tales are stories for children. Magic has no place in our village. It never did. But as I start to open my mouth, Alana catches my eye and holds my line of sight as she pours another cup of tea for me. Without saying a word, I take the cup and empty its contents down my throat. The relief sets in immediately.
But why? Why me? How? This isn't just defining me. It's all-encompassing. It's over every inch of my body. I just don't understand any of it. Alana, please just tell me more. How do you possibly know any of this? How long have you known? Remember, Marion, please. The why is the least important. The how is too tricky to explain. The important focus is what is right in front of your eyes. And growing out from behind her. Grace, hush!
I feel locked in place. I want more tea, but I also want to be able to speak. It's a feeling short of hallucinating as I'm taken back to Effie, showing me her long, soft rabbit ears. What if magic is here in Achnacrigg, and always has been, and none of us ever recognized it, acknowledged it, or even trusted in it? Perhaps now is our chance, for Marion's sake.
You wanted Malcolm to stay away from me. You knew. You always knew.
What else does Alana know? There's more she's not saying, I'm certain. Even with no assurance, no evidence, I believe the things she says to be true. How does she know them? What do these answers mean to her exactly?
This was bound to happen. It was your fate. You can't stop fate. I can't stop fate. So I'll stay like this forever?
Alana takes a deep breath before responding.
Yes.
Marion appears more resigned and fearful at the news.
But it won't get worse? Don't say worse. Fine. No, not worse. Just more? That I do not know. I'm sorry. I wish I had all the answers. There's so much I still don't understand. Why is this happening now? As I said, the why is not why. Why now?
I'm caught off guard as Alana turns to me. Her gaze lingers for a moment and she seems to make a decision.
Fey magic works in strange, often indeterminable ways, and it's not ours to understand, but to accept. Most likely you are now at the right age to handle your changes. They don't typically occur in childhood, when the illusion is most important.
Marion snorts.
The wonderful pleasures of adulthood. Magic may be mischievous, but it also has the power for great good. Marion, you are undoubtedly a child of the Fae. You should trust in your own self more than ever.
Marion's eyes get wide.
Do I have special powers? Like, can she give milk?
Grace? Alana stares Grace down until I truly believe Grace might cry. Alana's powers certainly have not diminished over time.
If I can offer you any reassurance, it is that fate makes decisions for you. Being true to yourself is the only goal in life you really ought to chase.
Marion nods. No matter how trite, I want desperately to believe Alana is right on this single account. I've seen enough destruction to know that abhorrent goals are the ultimate roads to ruin.
Now, I have questions for you, Marion. Are you sure you feel alright? No pain at all? Is there perhaps... if there is perhaps, can I help ease it?
I shudder to think what Alana would offer to ease pain. Something more powerful than a cup of tea, one would guess. Marion shakes her head, but keeps it facing down.
I am many things, but I have never been naive. I've been around long enough to have heard the rumors spread about me. Accusations of witchcraft and worse.
I feel my face redden, aware that I have believed many of these tales myself.
Marion, if any of those stories of my magic powers were true, I would change you back. At one blink of an eye, I would take your hurt away. I believe you. I truly do.
Marion looks Alana hard in the eye, then turns to me.
If I could wish for anything, I would simply wish to be accepted, to be loved for who or what I am.
1 second, guys. Okay. A lump catches in my throat. This all seems so unreal, so completely unfair, so profound. The woman I love hiding in obscurity because we all fear the judgment of others. It's sickening, grotesque, more so than any change to Marion's appearance. I think back to a fellow Tommy in our division, hit by shrapnel, spared by some miracle but left disfigured. When he came to, his biggest fear wasn't losing his service career or even his life. His fear was losing respect. He said he looked like a monster, that no one would ever look him in the eye, treat him like a human, love him again. I don't know what happened to him, but I've never empathized more. Marion's fear of rejection is palpable. I know there is no way of proving my devotion other than staying by her side, and I truly hope I am willing to do so.
Marion, if I were able to perform any real sorcery, I would change the opinion of others. The greatest magic trick of all. You'll be fine, Marion. I know it.
Marion takes another look down at where her hands used to be, tapping them together to make the unmistakable sharp clack of hooves.
And what if I like it?
Her tone suggests there is a struggle going on within her. Will she keep fighting, or simply let go? Suddenly her face becomes resolute, accusatory even. She levels her gaze at Alana.
Is that why you hid this from me? Because you hoped I would never find out the truth, lest I embrace it?
Alana's eyes get large.
I withheld this from you because you wouldn't have believed me even if I had told you. Because I hoped the time would never come when you would find yourself in this situation. But know that even if I haven't been entirely forthcoming, I have always been honest, and I have always been by your side, by all of your sides.
Here I know Alana is again withholding a large piece of the truth. She made it crystal clear I was to avoid all the sisters. What had she told Grace? This was uncommon? A near impossibility? It's now between Marion and Effie. That's two long-eared ladies I've encountered so far. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!